Would you want to lead a team or coach a team that you were a part of? I want you to think about that. Because what I'm getting at here is the concept of what kind of a teammate are you, right? What kind of teammate are you with the fellow coaches that you coach around or with? Those of you who are at a school, what kind of teammate are you for the other coaches at that school? Not just your staff, but the other coaches on all of the staffs. What about in your entire school district? What kind of teammate are you? Would you want to be the one leading that team? Would you want to be the athletic director at your school having to deal with you? If the answer to that question is, oh, sure, I would like that. I think I'm a good teammate. Well, consider why. What makes you that good teammate that you think you are? Right? Now, here's the next thing about this question. Ask it to your players. Ask them. Here's a question for you all in a locker room, out on a field, wherever. Would you want to lead this team with you on it as a teammate? Because when you do that, when you ask that question, you start getting them to think outside of themselves. So often kids are focused on who they are, what they're going to get out of this whole thing. And they don't necessarily think about what they do for and to others. Well, this question is going to get at that a bit, but it's also going to get at how do they treat you? How do they do the things you're asking them to do? How do they handle themselves with regards to what you have asked of them as the leader of this team? And so ask them that and then discuss, talk, let kids speak. Give them, none of them are going to say, yes, I would, or no, I wouldn't. I don't imagine they will. But when you ask them that question, you get them pondering it. And then you open up the discussion with, so what are the elements that any of us could have that would make us the type of teammate that a coach would want to coach, or that a teammate would want to be a teammate with? And now you can get this discussion going. And then ask, what are some of those elements? What are some of those characteristics that some teammates have that we wouldn't want, that maybe if I had it, I don't know if my coach would want to coach me if I behave that way. I don't know if these people sitting next to me would want to be on this team if I behave that way. And start that discussion. When you do these types of discussions with your teams, they foster growth. They foster the ability for players to see outside of themselves. They foster the ability for them to become more self-aware and to better understand what they bring to the team, what they unfortunately also bring in a negative way to the team, what their teammates bring to the team, and what you as a coach value on that team. And so have these types of discussions with your teams before practice, after practice, whenever you can, and take 10 to 15 minutes to discuss those things. And because I think you'll find this becomes kind of a great catalyst for you to start to help your team become the best it can be, and help some of those players who need to see, maybe my behavior isn't always what it needs to be the best I can be, right? All right. Here's the question that I'm going to give you the next time. All right. So that question was asking your players, would you want to be on a team that you were leading, that you were coaching? Here's the next question. Would you want to be on a team, that you're coaching? In other words, how are you looked on by these people? Consider that concept. We'll talk to you again next time.